Carl Jung emphasizes that every individual harbors a shadow, which, when unacknowledged, grows darker and denser within the subconscious. He distinguishes between the personal shadow, representing the concealed facets of one's personality, and the collective shadow, reflecting society's hidden darkness. The personal shadow embodies traits and qualities individuals prefer to conceal, often manifesting during moments of anxiety or emotional turmoil. These qualities, considered socially unacceptable or even evil, are projected onto others when not assimilated. While some may be partially conscious of their shadow, many refuse to acknowledge it entirely, leaving the ego unaware of its shadow behavior. In such cases, the shadow becomes autonomous, expressing itself through inexplicable moods, irritability, and cruelty. Jung stresses the importance of shadow awareness in psychotherapy, noting that exploring the shadow can unveil positive qualities alongside negative ones. Despite its negative connotations, the shadow can reveal normal instincts, appropriate reactions, realistic insights, and creative impulses. Understanding and integrating the shadow is essential for personal growth and psychological well-being. Marie-Louise von France, a close collaborator of Jung, offers a nuanced perspective on the shadow, portraying it not merely as an adversary but as a reflection of human complexity. Like any individual, the shadow requires understanding and engagement, sometimes necessitating compromise, resistance, or compassion as circumstances dictate. Hostility arises when the shadow feels neglected or misunderstood. Containing various qualities, strengths, and potentials, the unexplored shadow leaves us emotionally impoverished, creating unconscious obstacles that impede personal growth and the realization of latent virtues. For instance, misconceptions about assertiveness may lead one to suppress natural confidence and the ability to assert oneself respectfully, hindering career advancement and financial stability. Encountering assertive individuals may trigger feelings of resentment and guilt, deepening the shadow's opacity. These valuable attributes should be integrated into lived experiences rather than suppressed, requiring the ego to relinquish its pride. By acknowledging and embracing the shadow's complexities, individuals can navigate life with greater authenticity and psychological richness. In dreams, our shadow often appears as a figure of the same sex, serving as an unconscious critique of our character, resulting in a sense of embarrassment. It's crucial to identify and integrate the shadow's contents into our personality, a process known as shadow work. This endeavor mirrors the psychological equivalent of Hercules' labors, demanding prolonged and arduous self-education and negotiation with the shadow. Through shadow work, one can observe their shadow outwardly by scrutinizing emotional reactions and being candid about interactions with others, and inwardly by exploring dreams. This pursuit leads to enlightenment and diminishes the shadow's harmful potential by illuminating the darkness within. Jung underscores that psychic wholeness necessitates acknowledging imperfections, striving not for perfection, but for holistic personality development. Despite the daunting nature of confronting our shadow, truth-seeking brings solace. Authenticity involves delving deep into our being to unravel possibilities, limitations, distortions, and neglected aspects of ourselves and abilities. Unfortunately, many individuals refrain from introspection, neglecting to contemplate the moral dimensions of their behavior or consider the influence of the unconscious. Embracing shadow work and authenticity enables individuals to navigate the intricate interplay between their conscious and unconscious realms, fostering harmony between the ego and the self. By embracing truth and confronting the shadow, individuals embark on a journey towards self-discovery and psychological integration. The collective shadow extends beyond an individual's personal sphere, encompassing societal and cultural dimensions. It represents the darker, lesser-known aspects of a community's shared values, reflecting the harm humans inflict upon each other in the natural world, echoing through subsequent generations. This multi-dimensional phenomenon manifests in various forms, including violence, oppression, and denial of responsibility. While evident in wars, massacres, and genocides, the collective shadow also lurks beneath seemingly benevolent activities like missionary endeavors that impose particular languages, a modern-day Orwellian reality. Like individual shadows, the collective shadow's pervasive influence often remains concealed. Its outward manifestations include atrocities, persecution, physical suffering, poverty, and the erosion of cultures. Internally, it breeds self-hatred, cultural discord, depression, and a desire for revenge, perpetuating cycles of suffering and injustice. Understanding the collective shadow requires acknowledging its subtle yet profound impact on both societal structures and individual psyches. Only by confronting these shadow aspects can communities hope to heal and move toward a more enlightened and equitable future. The collective shadow historically embodies what society labels as evil, often symbolized in religious traditions as the devil. In Christianity, possession by the devil signifies a loss of humanity and the acquisition of a demonic nature. Jung asserts that our primary response to evil should involve a relentless quest for self-knowledge and wholeness, necessitating the assimilation of shadow material. Individuals must confront the extent of their capacity for good and acknowledge their potential for wrongdoing. Issues prevalent in society can be termed shadow issues when denial, projection, and a lack of individual and collective responsibility are evident. Taking moral, political, and spiritual responsibility is crucial, as it liberates others from carrying the burden of our darkness. Confronting massive historical suffering, such as wars, genocide, and oppression, requires acknowledging the persistent effects and learning from these experiences. Denial, often accompanied by a desire to move past painful events, is a common initial response. Various attempts to address difficult pasts include public apologies, repentance, reparations, and pilgrimages to sites of suffering. However, true integration of the shadow within a population demands more than symbolic gestures from leaders or policies. It entails confronting uncomfortable truths and engaging in painful dialogue among victims, perpetrators, bystanders, and witnesses, fostering genuine healing and reconciliation. The success or completion of any reconciliation process hinges on the acknowledgement and expression of pain, outrage, betrayal, and suffering, coupled with the assumption of responsibility. Truth-telling emerges as the most desirable and feasible means of grappling with a tumultuous past. Nazi Germany stands as a stark illustration of collective shadow manifesting through mass psychosis. Individuals, influenced by their personal shadows, succumb to a demonic collective consciousness, committing atrocities beyond their imagination under normal circumstances. This underscores the pivotal role of addressing inner conflicts, our personal shadows, before inadvertently falling prey to the collective shadow. By resolving personal conflicts, individuals can contribute positively to society, thereby mitigating the influence of the collective shadow. Mindfulness serves as a tool for deep introspection, enabling a profound understanding of the nature of war. Through collective insight, individuals can awaken others to the cycle of violence, fostering a shared responsibility to prevent its recurrence. In essence, the war resides within each individual, necessitating collective awareness and action to avert the repetition of past horrors. Recognizing our shared responsibility, we empower ourselves to confront the shadows within and collectively strive for a more harmonious and enlightened future. In summary, confronting the collective shadow necessitates acknowledging and negotiating our personal shadows through honest introspection, observing emotional responses, and exploring dreams. By doing so, we avoid becoming passive victims of our unconscious projections and unearth dormant positive qualities within ourselves, enhancing our lives and those of others. Conscious awareness of the collective shadow enables us to avoid its influence and take responsibility for addressing denial and lack of initiative, fostering relief for others burdened by our darkness. Embracing truth-telling is the most effective means of confronting a difficult past, preventing the shadow from deepening and history from repeating itself. Your support for the channel on Patreon as well as likes, comments, and shares, is greatly appreciated. Thank you for engaging with this exploration of the shadow. Thank you for watching.